of journal. Journal actually is, it is combination of two Latin words, okay, which means a recording of transaction daily. Or you can say daily recording of transactions. So this is meaning of journal. And recording of transaction on daily basis means I have written here chronological order, means transaction are recorded whenever it happens on the basis of occurrence. That's why it is called chronological order. Now, books of original entry means transaction are here recorded first. So that's why it is called books of original entry. There is no other books, other books prepared before journal. So this is the first book also. Now, in journal, what we have to study? We have to study rules that we will follow for passing journal entries. So here are types of account that you can see. A real account, personal account, and nominal account. So accounts are divided into three categories. One is real, one is personal, and the third one is nominal. Now, personal account is also divided into three parts. Can you tell me the name of those accounts, Farheen? Classification of personal account.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the name of those accounts classification?
Yes, sir. It is actually called.
Okay,
One
no
second,
issue.
sir. One
Remember?
second, sir. Yeah. Sir.
Yes.
It has natural personal account,
Okay.
artificial, and representative.
Okay. So these are classification of personal account. First of all, these are types of account: real account, personal account, and nominal account. And personal account is further classified into three parts, which is natural, artificial, and then representative. Now, what does it mean? First of all, personal account means name of person, institute, or any words that we will use instead of name. Okay. So in natural personal account, we will use name of every person. Like my name is personal account. All your name are also personal account. And the mm, okay, so any name, Mohan, Shyam, Rahul, any name of person is natural personal account. Okay, is this clear? The second is artificial. Artificial means name of any organization, any company, any institute is artificial. So if I say Tata, Reliance, SBI, your school name is also artificial personal account. So these are name of organization. You know these names? Tata, Reliance, SBI. Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the business of Reliance?
Not exactly sure about that.
Okay. Actually, Tata and Reliance is operating many businesses. So you cannot say anyone. Like in Tata, you will see Tata Power, Tata Motors, Tata Steel. So in the same manner, Reliance has very large portfolio of products. SBI is involved in only one business, that is called banking, the State Bank of India. So banking. So these are the organization. Now the last one is representative. Representative means that the word where we cannot use the name of any person, then we will use these words. Representative, like if you have studied pronoun, pronoun has the same meaning. The word which is used instead of noun is called pronoun. So representative is the same thing, means where we cannot use name of any person or organization, then we will use these words. Now words are capital, drawing. These two words are very important because capital you will see in first transaction of journal. So that's why capital is very important. Let's understand what is capital. Capital, actual meaning of capital is amount invested in the business. Amount invested in the business of any person. So if you have started a business, you will invest amount in the business. It is called capital. But why capital is personal account? Because in your own business, you will not write your own name. So instead of writing your name, we will use capital and drawing word instead of your name. So capital and drawing will be used. Okay. So when you invest money into the business, it will be capital. And when you withdraw money from the business, then it will be called drawing. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in your business, you cannot use your name. That's why we have to use capital one. Now, some student ask here, so why cannot we use the name of owner? Is this your question also?
Yes, sir.
Everyone,
Yes.
or you know? Okay. So when we talk with any person, let's say that we are talking to one of our friends. So we generally, like I'm saying, we are going or I am going. Yes, these words we use, or I'm doing something like this. But we never say with our name. Like I'm saying here, so I am saying this. So this is the sentence that I will use. But let's say I have to say this sentence and I'm saying that Nilesh is saying this. Is it okay?
No, sir.
Why?
Because if we say with the name, then it's like we're mentioning someone else with the same name.
Yes. Yes. That's why we never use our own name. in our own sentence. Yes. So in the same manner, if it is your business, then you will not write your own name. Understood?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Good. So this is representative account. Here we write capital, drawing, then outstanding expenses means due expenses. Expenses incurred but not paid. So outstanding expenses. Prepaid expenses means expenses not incurred but the amount is already paid. So prepaid expenses. So these things are representative account. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here you can see personal account. Name of any person or any institution is included in personal account. For example, Mohan Sohan, Tata SBI, Reliance Capital, drawing, outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses. So I have included all three here in personal account: natural personal, artificial personal, or representative account. So personal account. After that, real account. So any physical assets or things which are used in business is included in real account. So any item that you see in business, that you use in business, is called a real account. Okay. So I have written here cash, goods, machine, land, furniture. All these things are real account. I am giving you one uh, business, like this is a business of electrical equipment like bulb, fan, uh, wire, and many more things. So this is a business of electrical equipment. Now you have to tell me three assets name, three real account that can be used in this business. Three real account. One by one. First, Farheen, tell me.
Uh, I couldn't exactly get you, sir. Like, should I tell an example of real account or like a person?
Yes. Example of real account in this business, electrical business.
In electrical business, we can say about batteries
So
and
all the
circuits. Yeah.
items that we are here to sell is called a stock. Yes. So stock is one item that you told me. Batteries. Yes, this is also stock. Next. Anything else? Madiha, Khadija, you can also tell me.
No, sir, I understand.
No, no, I'm saying that you have to tell me one example of real account in electronics business. You have to tell me.
Machinery.
Machinery. Yes, that's very good. But which machine? Either it is fan or anything else. Because in electronics business, which machine will be used? Okay, maybe there is some machine that we will use. Yes, machine. Furniture. Because to place goods on your shop, you have to make some furniture space. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then land.
Yeah. We need labors.
What?
We need labors.
But labor is not asset.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry.
Labor is different thing. You cannot record labor cost. Actually, labor expenses will be recorded, but labor cannot be evaluated. So cash is also one asset.
We can say goods for that.
Yes. In the beginning, you told me battery. That is goods stock.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So cash, goods, land, furniture. and anything. Actually, furniture is asset, but any electrical item like bulb, fan, these things are stock for that business. So real account. The third one and the last one is nominal account. So all expenses and losses, income and gains of businesses included in nominal account. So any expenses, actually there are only three categories of items or anything that we will record. So there are three categories. One is real account, means all the items, all the goods. There is personal account, means all the persons. And the last one is nominal account, means all the income and expenses, which is not classified as real or personal, will be nominal. Like if you pay salary, then it is your expenses, it is nominal account. If you pay rent, it is your expenses, so it is nominal account. If you receive commission, it is your income, so it is nominal account. So all the items of income, let's say some of the items were destroyed by fire, so it is a loss for the business. That's why it is a nominal account. So anything, expenses, losses, income, gains, all these things are nominal account. Tell me if it is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Khadija, Madiha, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, we will talk about rules of these accounts, rules of debit and credit. You can see real account. So we have studied meaning of real account, personal account, and nominal account. Now the rules applicable for these accounts. So in real account, we will apply debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Actually, first let me show you the format of journal, then you will understand these rules also. Okay, so this is the format of journal. So for preparing journal, you have to prepare this format and then write the journal entry under this format. So particular LF, amount, debit, and credit amount. This is your journal entry. Okay. Now, in this ledger, you record the transaction in this manner. I will write one journal entry here. It is written like this: purchase account debit to cash account. Let's say the amount is 10,000. So we will write like this. So you have to decide the debit and credit items. This is your debit and this is your credit items. But credit is not written, 2 is sufficient. So that's why. So debit and credit items, you have to write date here. Let's say January 5th. You should write the year of transaction also. And like this, it is solved. And after that, we will write narration, means detail of transaction. So this is the format that we will use for passing journal entry. Now, the process of journalizing, if you see here, transaction will be given in the question like this. Here, you can see here, business started with cash, purchased goods for cash, sold goods to someone, cash deposited into bank, income received in cash, expenses paid in cash. So these are the things, transaction, that will be given in the question. Okay. Now you have to read the question and first identify the accounts in the transaction. Like only from these three categories, Accounts can be only from these three categories: personal, real, and nominal. Apart from these, there is no other category, so you cannot write anything else. Either you have to write the things that we will use in business, name of person, or income and expenses. Okay, so these are the accounts that we have to identify in any transaction. Now, let me give you a transaction here. The second one. Can you see the second one?
Yes, sir.
What is it? Purchase goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash. Let's say amount is also given. So purchased goods for cash 30,000. Now, in this transaction, there is two accounts you have to identify. Can you tell me which accounts are included in this transaction? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
In this transaction, there is two accounts. One is purchase account, and the second is cash account.
Yes,
Purchase
sir.
and cash. Actually, you can take goods also. Okay, so goods or cash, same impact. Let's take goods, then you'll understand it better. Okay, so goods and cash. Goods is a real account. I told you all the items that we use in business is a real account, and cash is also real account. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now goods are real account and cash is also real account. So on both of these items, we will apply the rule of debit and credit. Now you can see that I have written rules of debit credit real account. You can see it is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Means whatever we receive, it will be on the debit side, and whatever we give, it will be on the credit side. So
Credit.
debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So item which is going will be on the credit side. Item which is coming will be on the debit side. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So in this transaction, purchase goods for cash. Can you tell me what you are receiving? What you
We
are
are
receiving,
receiving.
you are giving.
We are receiving the. We are giving the cash. Cash, and then we are receiving the goods. So it will be goods account debited to cash account credited.
Okay. Madiha, you understood this? What
Yes.
Farheen? Khadija.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is very important that you confirm this, that you have understood. So goods is a real account, cash is also real account. We have to see which is coming or which is going. So if we are purchasing anything, like purchasing this bottle, then bottle is coming and cash is going. So same with the furniture or any goods. So goods are coming and cash is going. Now, there is one problem with the goods. If you write goods in the solution, so you have to write it at the time of purchase and sale both. Purchase and sales both, because you can see here sold goods for cash in fifth transaction. Yes.
Yes.
In this transaction also there is only two accounts, goods and cash. Goods is going because you are selling items, so goods is going and cash is coming, so it is just opposite of this transaction. Now if you write goods at the time of purchase or sale both, then it will be very problematic for business to find out the total purchase during the year, total sale during the year. Okay, so that's why instead of writing goods, either we write purchase or sale. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so instead of goods, we will write purchase or
Purchase
sale.
or
Means at the
sales.
time of buying goods, we will write purchase. At the time of selling goods, we will write sales. So the journal entry will be written like this: purchase account debit to cash account. Why purchase? We have written purchase instead of goods. Okay, so goods is a real account and goods is coming, so that's why goods should be debited. Cash is also real account, but cash is going at the time of purchase, so it will be credited. So you can see I have written cash on the credit side and purchase on the debit side instead of goods. So this is how we have to pass the journal entries. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
now you can see the steps. The first step is identify the accounts. Like we have done in this transaction, we have identified the accounts. Cash and goods are two accounts in this transaction. Now we have to identify the nature of these accounts. So cash is also real account and goods is also real account. So we have decided the nature. Then we will apply rule of debit credit means debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So either the item will be on the debit or credit side. So we will apply rule and then decide the debit and credit. And on the basis of that, we will pass journal entry. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is your process of journal. Now you want to write these things. If yes, then you can write. Otherwise, you can take screenshots also. But you have to remember one thing: before our next class, you have to complete writing these in screenshots in your notebook.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So take the screenshot from the beginning so that you will understand. This is meaning of journal. We have started a new chapter, journal entry, in which meaning of journal is the first thing, then types of account, rules of debit credit. So please write it down or take the screenshot so that you can write it in your notebook. Tell me after you have completed it. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is types of account. Also, you have to take the screenshot of these three also. So first this one, then the classification of personal also. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then this rules. So this is your process of journal. Identify the accounts in the given transaction, ascertain the nature of accounts, that is personal, real, nominal. Use the rules of debit and credit on the basis of nature of account. Means if it is a real account, then you'll apply the rule of real account. If it is personal account, then you will apply the rule of personal account. And if it is nominal account, then you'll apply the rule of nominal account.
Okay.
And after that, you will pass journal entry. Okay. Now, the second account is personal account. The rule for that is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Actually, personal account rule is applicable only when the transaction is on credit basis or you are taking money from someone. Okay. So if there is only one real or nominal account and the other one is personal account, then only this rule is applicable. So let's say if you are purchasing goods from someone, okay, for cash, then you don't have to remember the name of that person. You don't have to record the name of that person. Yes or no?
Yes. Sir, your
Okay.
voice is not audible.
Yes, you are saying something.
Nothing, sir.
What happened, Farheen?
Oh, I'm having some network problem, sir.
Okay. So in personal account, it is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Means you have to see that person is giving something to you or you are giving something to him, so he or she will be receiver. So one party is the company that you own, you are operating. So always remember, if you are writing like this, the transaction will be like this: purchase goods from someone. Okay, so it means you are purchasing goods from that person, you are purchasing goods. Okay, but with someone means that person name. So debit the receiver, credit the giver means you have to find out the person to whom we have done transaction and it is on credit basis. So let me give an example for this type of transaction like here. Yes, purchased goods on credit, the transaction number third. So let me write here the transaction also so you'll understand. Purchased goods from A. 30,000. Now in this transaction, one account is goods and the second account is A. Okay, so goods is a real account and A is creditor, so it is personal account. Now you will apply the rule of real account on goods and you will apply the rule of personal account to A. Now, if you are purchasing goods from A, then he is a giver because he is giving goods to you. Yes or no?
Yes.
But what if you pay cash to A, purchase goods, and paid the same amount of cash, 30,000? In that case, he is also receiver. If transaction is for cash, then he is giver of goods 30,000 and he is receiver of
Cash.
cash. So these two will be eliminated. That's why name of A will not be written in these type of situation. But if this cash is not written, it means this transaction is on credit basis because you need to remember the name only if it is on credit basis. If you are doing transaction in cash, then you don't have to remember any person name. If you're purchasing goods from A, then why you will remember the name of A? If you don't have any personal connection, then you don't need his name because transaction is in cash. So we don't remember how much amount is payable or receivable from A. So that's why A name is written and cash is not mentioned here. So it is a credit transaction. And if it is a credit transaction, then A is giver. A is giver. So his name will be written on credit side. So the entry will be purchase account debit to A account. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Madiha?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, so this is related with personal account. In the same manner, if you sell goods on credit, so there is no cash transaction, so say sold goods on credit. Now, that person to whom we are selling goods is a receiver. He is receiving goods. So that's why his name will be on the debit side in case of sale. And when it is purchased, then his name will be on the credit side because he is a giver. So this is how you will utilize the rule of personal account. Okay. Now the third one, nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. Means if there is expenses and losses or income and gains given in the question, then it means it is nominal account like rent, salary. So whatever we pay for some time, like rent is related with certain period, salary is related with certain period. If you're paying freight, carriage, so these things are very short term in nature. So these are called expenses. In the same manner, income which is related with short term is also treated as income. So debit all expenses and losses. So you have to see that this expenses you are paying or the income you are receiving. If it is income, then it will go on the credit side. If it is expenses, then it will go on the debit side. If it is loss for you, then it is on the debit side. And if it is benefit, income for you, then it is on the credit side. Okay, so this rule will be applicable on expenses, losses, income, and gains. Okay, so now we will take a transaction related with, yes, here, expenses paid in cash. You can see here, transaction number 6. Now, if you pay expenses, either salary, rent, or carriage, freight, any expenses you can take. So all these expenses, let's say salary paid. If only these two sentences written, so here one account is called salary and the another account is called cash. If you are paying salary, it means it is in cash or through check or bank. So either cash or bank are similar here. So that's why I'm writing cash. If it is written salary paid by check, then we'll write bank account. So it is not written, we assume it is paid in cash. So salary is expenses. Now expenses is nominal account, and as per nominal account rules, all expenses will be written on debit side. So you will write salary account debit. Salary account debit. And cash, the second item is cash. So cash is a real account, and when you are paying salary, then it means cash is going out. So cash is salary account debit to cash account. Actually, credit is not written in journal entry. If you put 2 before any account, it means it is on the credit side. So you don't have to write it or say it while saying journal entry. Like I'm saying salary account debit to cash account. That's it. It is assumed that to cash means on the credit side. So you don't have to say it like salary account debit, cash account credit. No, it is not correct. So salary account debit to cash account. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is your nominal account. So I have explained real, personal, nominal. Now it is very important for you to remember these rules, the meaning of accounts and rules of debit credit, because in every chapter you will find these rules are applicable. So it is not related with this chapter only. It is related with every chapter. Sometimes students say that, so we practice this rule, but we forget. So for that, I will say that just revise every day until you remember it in full. There is no doubt. So just revise it every day. 1 or 2 times. If you revise the concept, then you will remember it permanently. And also solve the question by applying the rules. Okay, so these 2 things, if you do, you will remember the rule for very long time easily. It is not difficult one. So these are the rules. Now tell me if you have any doubt in any of these topics. Just we have discussed now. So tell me any doubt.
Not now, sir. I understood. I'll ask you when I have a doubt.
Very good. No doubt then. Okay. So one transaction for representative account I will discuss here. The first one, business is started with cash. Now, I told you that in your own business, you don't have to write, you cannot write your own name. Okay. But whenever you do transaction with the business, then you have to record that transaction also, because in business, in accounting, business and the owner are two separate entities. These are not one. Business and owner are two separate entities. That's why if there is any transaction between owner and business, then we have to record the transaction in business book. Okay, so that's why business started with cash is a transaction between business and owner. Owner is investing money into the business. Okay, so business is receiving cash from whom? Owner. So you can see here, business started with cash. In that, cash account is real and it is coming. Sometimes the student get confused because they assume themselves as business owner, not business. Okay, so they think that cash is going from our hand into the business, so it should be on credit side. So that is not correct. You have to assume yourself as business or accountant of business. Just 1 minute. Okay, so don't get confused. You have to assume yourself as business or accountant of business. So if you assume yourself as business, then cash is coming into business. It means it will be debited. And who is giving this cash? Owner. Yes, owner is personal account. He is giver. So that's why capital will be on the credit side, because we cannot write the owner's name. So instead, we will write capital account. So it will be on the credit side. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Madiha?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will not actually give you a difficult question for homework because you have not understood. I will solve one question in detail and then I will give you homework. But try to solve one or two questions from your book if you're using any book. Generally, we refer T.S. Grebal. If you have, then okay. Otherwise, if you're using any other book, no issue. You can use that. Find the question in journal entry and try to solve the question. Farheen, after